In almost 10 years in business, I can tell you that strategies, tips, resources, all that stuff is really great and important, but until you dial in that mindset, it's not gonna do you as much good as if you were on top of things up here. So let's talk about just a few key aspects of the success mindset for any real estate agent who wants to have a great 2023 and beyond. What I want to hone in on is the business mindset specifically. Now, there are a couple of characteristics that really come into what it means to have a business mindset. Now, what does this mean? Well, when you come into the real estate industry and you get your license and you show up on day one and you're like, okay, where are the houses? Who am I going to help? It can kind of be alarming to realize that you're not just a salesperson and you're no longer an employee, if that's the world you are coming from, like me. When I left my corporate 9-to-5, it took me a while to transition from employee, cog in the wheel, to understanding that I'm actually managing and growing my own business. It seems obvious now, but I really was lacking the understanding of what it was going to take to have that business mindset. And this is really important to a success mindset in agents, and understanding how to operate like a business, not just a salesperson. So what is a business mindset? Let me tell you. It means you're going to do the hard things first. Now, realtors, a lot of times, we know what we need to be doing to generate more business, to stay on top of things, to keep that line of profitability moving up and to the right. But a lot of times they're hard, they feel scary, they're not easy, they're not simple, it seems on the surface, and so we put them off. This becomes those prospecting activities or the hard and difficult calls that you just don't want to make for any one reason or another. But if you have a business mindset, this means you do the hard things first. And that means you're going to schedule your day and your routine to make sure that you accomplish these things, whether you feel like it or not. Now, of course, there are going to be some days where you just can't get to that one thing you really had to get done. It may have been a hard thing that was really important to your bottom line, like prospecting or like making a disappointing call to a client. Sometimes this is not going to just work as easily as we hope it will be, but 80% of the time, you gotta be doing the hard things first, and you have to structure your days to support that. This is why me and a lot of other successful real estate coaches say you need to do your prospecting first thing in the morning. Just an example. A business mindset also means you have really great vision near and far. Now, this is something that I actually struggle with myself. I've always struggled a little bit with having really long-term vision because you get so preoccupied with things that are happening on the day-to-day basis. But having great vision for your business mindset means that your small day-to-day activities align with where you want to be in the future. So if you have really clear goals on where you want your business to be in a year from now or 3 years from now, what you're doing today has to equal that outcome. You need to become the person who is accomplishing those big goals in the tiny day-to-day activities that you're doing on a daily basis. This is why we hone in so much on these habits and systems in the Market Authority Academy to support our agents in going through that trajectory to not only winning each day, but winning business for the long term. Next, a business mindset means you create your own luck. When we got into the business, we looked around to see kind of how other people found their way into real estate. And we realized that some agents just fall into real estate because they had a great opportunity. Maybe they knew somebody who needed a great real estate agent to help offload tons of money into the real estate market. And that was a really great intro into real estate for them. They had the hookup. You might see other agents like this and assume, oh man, if I don't have a great hookup like that, then how can I ever create a business organically? This comes down to understanding that lucky agents create their own luck. Forget about what other connections or what other advantages your competing, agents have in your market. Let's focus on how you can create your own luck every single day. Lucky agents stay social. They keep putting themselves in the way of meeting new people who can create opportunities for them. They stay on the lookout for creative ways to connect with new individuals and grow their database and make new connections. Lucky agents commit to the process. They continue doing the things they need to do day in and day out, and ultimately that is what drives these huge advances in their business. And those lucky agents, they accept that setbacks happen and they continue to move forward anyway. Trust me, I've had my fair share of disappointments in the past, and the most important thing is to keep on going and know that there's going to be a better day ahead. Next, when you have a business mindset for success in real estate, this means you embrace unpredictability. I know for some of you this feels really hard because you strive on structure and you want things to be predictable. You want to know what's expected of you every day, and those fires that happen in every single transaction, you just keep waiting for the time something's gonna feel easy and seamless. Well, one thing I've learned after almost a decade in business is that this is unpredictable. Unpredictability just comes with the territory. We have to accept that there are forces that we do not control. You do not control what happens to the market. You do not control the decisions that your clients make. And you do not control the actions and behaviors of other agents. Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of times where if you are an agent who's worth their salt, you're probably gonna be picking up a lot of slack on the other side. That's just part of it. Now, while there are things that we have to accept that we do not control, we do have to double down on what we do control. These are your actions. What you're doing every day, what you're doing to prepare yourself, and how you are going to overcome your own limitations. You do control your mindset. As much as you feel like a bad mood can just set you off and make you have a horrible day, which I get it, I've been there too, that is a choice that you're making. And instead, you can develop skills to help you get out of that rut and get onto a more productive being. And finally, your behaviors. Whether you behave with dignity, whether you behave with goodwill, that is something that you choose as well. Every behavior you make during a transaction and dealings with the public is going to reflect on your business as a whole. That is something that you control. And along with this, you can look for opportunities to train for resilience. Again, the unpredictable nature of this industry can wear you down. It can become exhausting. And so we want to look for opportunities to train for more resilience in this space. Every time there is one of these setbacks that kind of feels hard and challenging and just like another thing we have to get past, embrace that for what it is. It's an opportunity to become stronger. And finally, you're going to be passionate about your business, not the market. This is the last big characteristic that I want to touch on when it comes to having that business mindset for success. When you're passionate about your business, this means that we accept that the market is cyclical, and whatever the market is doing, that's not going to change the fact that there are still going to be people out there who need help with real estate. And because of that, we have to build a business to withstand market forces that, again, are outside of our control and are inherently unpredictable. In March of 2020, I was 7 months pregnant with my first son, and we were really excited because business was going well, things were looking up, and we were excited to grow our family. And what happened? The pandemic hit, and the market went in free fall, and real estate screeched to a halt for a period of time. And we were so scared. We didn't know how we were going to make it through, but we didn't take that as a sign to just pack up shop and give up and go find something else to do. We went back to the basics. We made sure to fortify our business to adapt to the new environment, and it became our most profitable year yet. Since then, we've continued to grow. But because we had that business mindset and we were passionate about what we did as business owners, it helped us overcome some true challenges during that time. Part of this is removing emotional ties that lead to having all of your eggs in one basket. If there's one lead source that's just worked for you and you're really tied to that kind of lead source, and that's where all of your eggs are. Maybe it's Zillow leads, maybe it's team leads, maybe it feels safe and secure right now. Just know that as a business mindset, you have to make sure in being passionate about your business that you are going to have multiple diverse lead sources, and you are going to have the skills and systems necessary to generate leads on demand and convert them over a long period of time for better sustainability in your business. This is how you go from being that salesperson responding to just one lead at a time and only as good as your last deal to confidently closing every single month and getting paid consistently. And being passionate about your business, not the market, means you're always looking ahead, not behind. And while it can be hard to identify ways that we are holding ourselves back in this way, we really have to be cognizant of it. So I would challenge you to look at ways that you might be holding on to the past and keeping yourself from growing new skills and developing new ways of generating business in 2023 and beyond, because that is how you continue to cultivate that business mindset and release that passionate about the market, and instead be passionate about growing a business that supports the lifestyle that you dream of. Let's recap. The most important mindset hack for real estate is the business mindset. We're talking about doing the hard things first. We're talking about having vision for near and far, the big and the small. We're talking about creating your own luck and embracing unpredictability. And finally, we're talking about being passionate about your business, not the market. Whether you're a brand new agent or whether you've been around the block for a while, this is something that I challenge you to look at in your own life and in your own business and see if you are embodying the business mindset. And if not, ask yourself how you can begin cultivating this important mindset hack for success in 2023 and beyond. Now, as I mentioned, I have found time and time again, I can only grow my business as much as I am growing personally. So if you are looking at 2023 as your year to continue getting further, getting ahead faster, and with more confidence and clarity, I would love to be a part of that journey. In the Market Authority Academy, we are constantly working with real estate agents across the country and beyond to help remove common obstacles that keep them from reaching their full potential. If that sounds like something you're into, all the details to book a call with my team and learn about how we can grow your business this year are in the show notes below. You'll book a time that works for you, and during that time, we'll learn about where your business is right now, where you would like it to be, and we'll share exactly what you need to do to get on the path to achieving that outcome. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.